Hello guys and welcome to another Sinsel Bank Echoes podcast. A long time coming. The last podcast was about Accrington and of course we know how that went on. It was a win to the Mighty Imps. But we're not talking about that today. We have got a special guest. We have got a Donny fan.
How do? I'm Daniel Renham. You'll find me on Talkative Chef on YouTube. I'm a Donny Rovers blogger.
Cool.
Just started up. Thanks for having me on.
I think you're on 100 and something subscribers if I remember rightly.
Yeah, 140 something.
Nice. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, just really getting into it, enjoying it.
Yeah, good. So, of course, we were away at Donny, and we lost 2-1. I think it's the first loss we've ever had on the podcast, I believe it or not, because some of the other games we haven't been doing. So, what's your thoughts on it, Dan?
I think we've both played well. Like, if ref blew his whistle at 90 and it finished 1-1, I'd have took it, but obviously, so Billy bonus that we took the 3 points.
Yeah.
It was a steady game all round. Both played really well.
Yeah. What's your thoughts? It's ready.
I think the draw would have been a fairer result, to be honest. I think it's the second game in a row away from home we've just played really well, especially half, and just not come away with anything.
Yeah.
Especially in UK where we conceded 2 in the first half. This goal was like 7 minutes from the end.
Yeah.
And the goal would come from had been a counter attack as well.
And there've been sloppy goals as well.
That made it even more annoying, but yeah. In the first half, to be fair to Doncaster, they were running rings round us. That Ennis, I think he's scored a cracker of a goal, and the Boswick just didn't seem up to it, though, which was really annoying. But in the second half, I don't know what Danny Cowley did at half time, but that second half we just came out a different team, managed to get equalised, but I don't know what happened. I think we were just really unlucky again not to come away with at least a point.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, from what I've seen, I can agree with you. Unfortunately, I couldn't go to the game, so I can't give my analysis. But what I've heard, there've been there were sloppy goals that were conceded, weren't they? Like tiny bit sloppy, especially at the MK game.
I mean, the second goal actually is really annoying because George Grant should have cleared the ball, but he just held on to it and then got tackled. If he had cleared the ball, Donny wouldn't have scored, I don't think, but yeah.
Yeah.
My thoughts on it.
Shame, but we couldn't have asked for a better start to this season. We've beaten Huddersfield, beating Accrington, and beating Rotherham, but then obviously losing to MK and Donny. But it did bring us back down to earth, in my opinion, because there were. Although I think we did prove to people that underestimated us that we're a League One side to be reckoned with. We're not going to lay down for anyone. We're not going to do the easy way out and get relegated this season. I think we'll finish mid-table. Some people saying playoffs. I say maybe 10th, 11th. My predictions keep changing every time because the Imps either impress me or they don't. It's kind of funny really because at the beginning of the season I predicted 13th. I'd say maybe 12th, 11th if we're lucky.
We won a favourite to win the league at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Which is not very often you see someone come up and they're the favourites. So you're highly thought of.
Yeah.
I think if we were going to win the league, I think we still have a lot to improve.
Definitely.
we weren't clinical enough. The amount of shots we put wide was unbelievable.
Yeah. Akindi hasn't impressed really as well. Another striker would be good.
He should have buried that.
Yeah.
We had I think a free kick in like the last minute, unmarked header, and he just put a foot over the goal. And thinking like a centre forward should really be getting those headers.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Akindi hasn't really impressed me too much this season. He only scored that penalty in Accrington. That's really it. At Rotherham, he looked a tiny bit sloppy. As you say, he should have buried that header at Donny. Kindian only started at Huddersfield, didn't he?
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a shame, really, because he's such a likeable player, really. You wouldn't believe it with some of the reactions from the Lincoln City fans last season, but yeah, I think he's a good player. But is he League One standard? Would you say, Max?
I'm gonna say yes, because it's still the beginning of the season at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So he's still got
one
to
goal
prove
to his
himself.
name. Yeah. To prove himself, definitely.
Should we talk about Donny now then?
Yeah, that's what I was about to do. So, what do you expect from this season, Dan?
I had us down for about 12th place, like you said about Lincoln.
Yeah.
Like, the pre-season that we had on manager just back it up and going. Like, we just had no time to prepare, really. But we started really well, so you can't grumble with what Moore's done. Two draws, 2 wins.
Yeah.
And we're still trying to get that out-and-out striker. I think that's what we're missing. Everyone's on loan at the minute.
Nice, yeah.
Thank you.
But at least you're not...
You're not... Are you coming on Tuesday? A week on Tuesday? Play you again, don't we?
I might. You know, leasing trophy, Mickey Mouse Cup, as most people refer it to. It would be nice to get to Wembley again, don't get me wrong. Nice day out at Wembley once again, but it's basically a Mickey Mouse trophy, really. But if we don't really do well this season, because Danny Cowley's been able for every season to achieve something, so I think if the League Cup doesn't go well and we lose because to Everton, which might be highly likely probably, and if we lose to Everton we're out in the League Cup and then we don't get far in the FA Cup, it could be a good option to carry on in the leasing trophy. The trophy that changes. Yeah. The trophy that changes every 2 seconds. Names, it can't decide which name. Was it the Johnstone Paint Trophy?
Johnstone Paint, yeah, that's what it was.
And then Checker Trade and then Leasing.
And then Leasing. Yeah. And it's the same with the League Cup, Carabao, the Capital One Cup, the English Football League Cup, the Coca-Cola Cup. They just can't make up. Just call it the League Cup and the FA Cup and the EFL Trophy. That's what.
Wherever the money is.
Yeah. Football's a money game now.
Who have you got this weekend?
We've got Fleetwood on Saturday.
Fleetwood, yeah.
And we've got Everton on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
2 steady fixtures. Looking like we've got Bury, but obviously might not have Bury.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
All
the fans are cleaning they're all cleaning the stadium for the game today.
Yeah.
Bless them.
They failed their deadline, didn't they? Both clubs.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because I think the EFL have just done nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. And
the problem is the EFL didn't step, in particular with Bury, they didn't step in when Dale and the previous owner were ridiculously overspending. They didn't step in then. Now they're pretty helpless because it's got to such a stage where now the EFL can't do anything. There's now a stage where the EFL physically can't do anything. That's why they're that useless, because they didn't help them they could have done. So
they need another like person to take him over and stuff, don't they? And fix the club, because it's not fair having a team with like their under 15s out every weekend. It's like it's just disgustingly unfair for Bolton.
Bolton 5-0 every week.
Yeah,
In itself.
It's not fair to be the team that everyone beats 5-0, or have your game postponed, so you have to play extra games as well, which basically another 5-0 thrashing. It's sad,
it's written,
and it's a sad time for Fogden as well, and Fogdad and Stumpeg.
Just imagine though, like you woke up in the morning and like Doncaster or Lincoln had gone back. Almost happened to us in 2002.
Yeah,
we were in
exactly
voluntary liquidation, but because we got to the playoffs that season, we managed to survive it. But I mean, we were really close to going bust in 2002.
Yeah,
it happened years ago before we were alive. They walked a coffin from town to the stadium, and they basically invaded the pitch. I think we got the worst points tally of history. We still have that record. And then the owner set the stadium on fire as an insurance job, and he got caught. We've been there. It's horrible to see.
Yeah.
He left. One of the people he set up to burn the stadium left their phone there. We missed call and text to the owner. So the chairman. It did not go very well. He was in prison.
Yeah. I think I read about that. Didn't he pay like an SAS soldier or something?
Yeah, something silly. So it's crap to see this happen to Bury and Bolton.
Yeah.
Every team's been there.
Hopefully the stadium doesn't get burnt down.
Yeah.
It's a shame really to see how many clubs this has happened to in recent years. I mean, we've got Lorient, Blackpool, Coventry, Notts County, Bolton. The list is just endless, really.
Rushden and Diamonds in the past. This actually happened in the the RTV scandal back in 2002. A lot of clubs went bust then. There's the Rushden and Diamonds, there's Darlington, Scarborough. We were nearly joining those names back then, and now we're seeing a great surge again where clubs go bust, and that's notably Bury and Bolton that could go bust because they failed their deadlines now, and they're not really a club technically anymore. They're not working, they're not running really, they're just sat there doing nothing. They're not playing any games. So technically they are bust at the minute, aren't they? They're non-existent.
Yeah. They'll reform as Bury FC or Bolton.
In the Northern Premier Division.
Yeah, they were playing #United.
I know, exactly.
They'll come back up.
I think Fogden even said I'd still support Bolton.
Yeah.
Wow, I mean,
but they'll come back.
If you me and Max were discussing this last night, but if they all got together and had like a bucket full of money and they asked the fans for money and went into Manchester and all that, just like we did back in 2002, and you'd had sponsor a seat where you'd have your seat written in the co-op stand or wherever you chose to put your seat, I think they should do something like that, because that would be a last-ditch effort. There's been notable times in the past where Lincoln have done that, whether it was the Graham Taylor era for Peter Grottier to sign him and get all the fans' money, or when it was obviously 2002 and they got the whole city just put their bit in for Lincoln to survive. I think we should be seeing that with Bolton and Bury, but nothing's really happened as such yet, has it?
Did you see that tweet that went viral?
Yeah.
Where he said, because obviously they should play each other in a couple of weeks. They should still play the fixture and just fill out a stadium somewhere and just all proceeds go to the clubs.
Mm.
They could easily do it. Fill it with football fans, not just Bolton Bury.
Maybe Old Trafford or something.
That's
and have a charity game full of Bury and Bury and
Bolton legends.
Yeah, and just count it to the League One That'd be nice. You could have JJ Okocha back, couldn't you? That'd be nice. Yeah, watch that.
They've got a lot of history between them.
Yeah, they have.
Shame to see.
Good players.
Surely though, Thogden and Thogdan should be in Bolton Legends though, if that was a thing.
Yeah, they should. You know what they do at Soccer Aid with Jeremy Lynch and Billy Wingrove? They should put Fogden in the Bolton team for the Legends game.
Is it Paddy McGuinness and Peter Kay?
Paddy, yeah. Oh, that was funny to watch Gordon versus McGuinness a few years ago. That was a bit of a stare-off. A charity game would be good. Would you count it to the League One fixture? Wow, that'd be
raise as much money as possible.
I know that would be funny though if Fogden and Fogdad played in a League One fixture. That's where it's headed. That'd be
right on it.
Yeah.
Problem is, I think though, like after tonight or something, I think they've got like 14 days left, and then they'll be officially withdrawn from the leagues. They got like 14 days notice.
Yeah,
it's going to be a tough 40 days. It's going to be a miracle when they pull out, if they pull out of the administration. It's 2 clubs as well, so you're going to have to rely on a massive miracle, really, aren't you?
How would it really work? Would there only 2 get relegated?
Yeah.
4 come up.
Yeah, maybe they should
Maybe
they should relegate him already or something. I don't know.
I don't know how the league would work. I guess only 22nd and 21st will get relegated.
Exactly.
And
then have to get a extra team for every league, and it would be so annoying if Mansfield finished 4th and they went up.
Unless no one gets relegated from League 2. That's how they do it.
No, that will.
I don't know how to work it out.
Yeah.
It's just a mess though, isn't it?
It will mess everything up.
It's a massive mess, mate. It's just disgusting that they let it go on for so long. It's disgusting that they let a manager overspend to the degree where the club can't run no more, and it's on the verge of going bust. And it's not fair that Bolton have to play like 13-year-olds every week to register at least a few matches under their skin.
It's like when your manager was saying, obviously we had an extra time to prepare. It was like we would have been playing 5-0, win 5-6-0, and it would have been a walkthrough really, which is not fair for Bolton.
I don't think any team has to do a training session before the game. They could just have a break and then turn up drunk and they'd still beat those 14-year-olds. It's just that's how unfair it is.
What we were saying about the Bury game is like if it did go ahead on Saturday, it'd be so many emotions that it won't be a walkthrough.
Exactly.
There'd be so many emotions in that game.
I think the backroom staff would have to fill the subs bench. It would be really. I think if they were going to have the last game ever, because it's heading that way, they should allow the game to go on and just have a very emotional last match with them two.
Say goodbye.
Just let them go out doing the stuff that the football club was made for, and that's playing football. Just let them go out in style, and that's play each other, whether it's backroom staff or 14-year-olds. Just let them play. Maybe invite fans and people to play. Maybe get Fogden on. That's what they should do. Go out in style if they can't recover, which it doesn't seem like they're going to. So, yeah.
Have a proper goodbye.
Yeah.
It's just sad to see for football, really. It can happen to any of us, really.
It can happen to anyone, exactly. It nearly happened to us in time too.
All it takes is one poor owner that doesn't understand how to run a football club, and then that's your club gone.
Exactly.
They just see it as a business. Want to come in, make some money and leave. Don't realise it's got 20,000 fans,
Mm.
a couple thousand staff members that their lives are just ruining just because they want to make a couple million.
What about all the backroom staff that have nothing to fall back on? And all those fans that have nothing to do on the Saturday? It's just a shame.
Yeah.
It's such a shame that football's got into the state where they just sit back and relax and have a lemonade, maybe a bit of beer, and watch clubs go extinct and not care. And there was this emotional video of Bury, this, that old man that was supported Bury for like 73 years. It was such a shame.
To watch.
Yeah. And then some guy that had been there for 43 years, shame for him to talk about him going with his father and stuff, and then just say, I've lost my wife, I've lost my mum and my dad, please don't lose my Bury Football Club. And it was such a shame to watch that. It really got me.
It's sad to see.
Very. Yeah.
Nasty time.
Yeah. Very sad. So, were you in Vedim's Doncaster video? If I remember correctly. Yeah, I saw your predictions on the on Vedim's channel. Yeah, brilliantly, by the way.
Yeah. Not the worst prediction in the world. Good vlog, helped each other out.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Stick together.
To be fair, I predicted us to win and we lost, so...
Yeah. Maybe not do predictions for reputation's sake. No. I mean...
Well, I predicted we'd lose 4-1 at Huddersfield and we won 1-0, so...
I thought we'd probably do something at Huddersfield, to be fair. I'd say I did think we'd lose 2-1, did I say? 3-2, I can't remember. But I did say it would be a close game. But of course, Harry Anderson doing wonders and proving doubters wrong. So yeah. So who are Doncaster facing next?
Well, like I said, we've got Bury on Saturday.
Yeah.
But we probably won't have Bury on Saturday.
No.
And then it'll be Lincoln.
Oh yeah, leasing trophy. Checker trade trophy.
And then
Yeah.
And then it's we're at home to Rovers early kick-off.
Yeah.
Which I'm looking forward to. But it's always a bit aggravation when we play Rovers. There'll be fights and stuff after the game.
At least you don't have a microphone that has fake fan noises. It projects sound just because the Rotherham fans are that quiet.
I heard that before. That thing there.
Yeah.
I've never been to that. I want to go this year.
Oh really? You never been? Wow.
We've only been in the same league past few years. In fact, the only reason I've been there is for a speed awareness course in my car.
Yeah.
Just sat in the conference room looking down at the stadium. Just a carbon copy of ours, isn't it?
Yeah. Listen to somebody ramble on about all the safety stuff and everything.
Yeah, I won't do it again, I promise.
Oh, well, at least they take more care into that safety session than the EFL have done to Bury and Bolton.
Yeah, that's true. Give me that one.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, we're not playing the league now for a good fortnight. Which is we'll be 2 games in hand over everyone else by mid-September.
At least you'll have a game in a fortnight, unlike Bolton and Bury that might not.
Yeah, true.
So
that's it.
Consider yourself.
But I guess if they disband, then everyone will go back down to same as them anyway. Because I think the Bolton games all get nullified.
Yeah.
So anyone to beat them 5-0, it just goes to 0 points.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
What do you think they'll withdraw all the wins that other teams have got over against them if they get liquidated? Yeah. Because it wouldn't be fair, would it?
4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have 3 points and 5 goal difference when we're sat here.
Yeah, wow.
Everything will be taken back, so all cards given, all points, all goal difference.
Wow, that would be so weird looking back if you've been to that a match that's happened and the football match didn't even mean anything. It's basically, yeah. Basically,
imagine if like Tranmere or whatever,
yeah,
on the brink of relegation, 5 goal difference.
Yeah.
So they got another.
Tranmere like on the brink of or Ipswich on the brink of promotion, and then they have those points taken away, and then they just crumble down.
Yeah, weird to see. It's a weird division right now. Like,
it is. It's
Premier League is always. You know what happens in the Premier League? Man City and Liverpool, top 4.
That's it.
Championship's always entertaining. Leeds ball it. They look at League One, and it's just God knows what.
League One. Yeah, it's been a weird welcome to Lincoln City. It's going to such a strange league. It's it's the strangest league I've ever been in. Not gonna lie.
Strangest league in Europe, I reckon.
Yeah, it's like such because it's so weird being a club in this division right now. Like, I bet there's people that are not in, because we easily couldn't have been in our division right now if we weren't champions or in the top 3. I bet it's so weird being a Championship, Premier League and League 2 club looking up at us, just looking down at us like, what the hell is going on in that league? Ipswich getting relegated, you know, Bolton, who are in the Premier League, are now getting liquidated with Bury. You've got Sunderland, who we can all remember playing in the Premier League. It's just so weird, isn't it? So weird.
And you got Coventry not playing at their own home.
Yeah.
I want to see. Where are they playing? It's
Birmingham City.
Yeah.
Birmingham. If Birmingham got Coventry away in the cup, they'd be standing away at their own stadium.
Oh yeah. It's just. I bet they just have a home ball in the ball machine now. For that game.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see them sat in the away end of their own stadium.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice that they let them play there, I guess.
Yeah. Good of them. Bury played at the Man City training ground, but they ruined it, so they got kicked out, of course.
They looked after them.
Yeah.
Man United bought a Bury player or a Bolton for like 1 million. A youth player. Just to give them funds.
Just to give them funds, yeah. Wow. Good of them, really. There's never a dull moment in League One. There should be an advert now. Never a dull moment in League One. With all this happening. And, it could be your club next. It could be our club next. What's going to happen? Is Clive Nate's going to leave our club and someone bankrupt it? Just so weird.
I think we're both settled. If you look at Donny and Lincoln, both really. I think we was one of the young clubs in '92 that weren't in debt.
Yeah.
Which is very steady.
Yeah.
But hopefully it never happens.
I think
football's so unpredictable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is an unpredictable game. Sometimes it can be predictable. Like with Bury going down at the beginning of the season, we all knew that was going to happen, but we didn't know if they'd pull out the administration. Of course, they haven't. It's an unpredictable game. It can be a sad game at times. It can be the happiest time in the world, but and it can also be the saddest time in the world in a game. It's nothing like football.
Yeah.
You can have the happiest time of your life, but you can also have the saddest time of your life. Watching your football club die, or watching your football club just thrive, and that's what us at Lincoln are seeing at the minute. Unfortunately, it just hasn't worked out for other clubs getting liquidated.
That's it, we're very lucky.
Yeah.
You see, like, fans on social media, they'll slag off our board. But, like, not about striker, and you're just like, really? You look at the state of them.
Yeah.
We're living the dream.
I think living the dream now is just having a match day on Saturday. I think that's living the dream nowadays. Yeah, I think that's an achievement in itself nowadays in football.
Just having a running football club.
Yeah. Exactly.
No major issues.
Yeah.
You know, like, Man United fans despise the Glazers. It's like, what?
What?
You could be Bury, Bolton, Coventry, Blackpool.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully now will Man United fans that don't live in Manchester and live in like Kent will hopefully support a team closer to them that's in League One, and hopefully now.
Well, I've got no comment on that then.
Yeah, I just realised. And hopefully Kent people might support who support Man United. Hopefully they'll support Gillingham now just to support a League One
chance.
team.
No chance. Because all the football teams we got are just awful.
I know.
And there's like literally nobody's got, like me, my local team's Maidstone, who play in the National League South, but nobody's got any interest in them at all.
Yeah. I bet it's weird when you have someone go up to you and say, support your local team, Max.
It annoys me so much when, like, you see on Twitter, everyone should support their local and that, and I'm like, oh.
Well, I can agree with family passing it down to you. Because there's people that I know that support teams because their fathers and grandfathers have supported it for generations. So, you know, you're more than happy to inherit allegiance.
That's it. That's what it's about. Yeah, no one in Donny supports Donny back in the day because we were just a non. We all went to Liverpool, Manchester.
Yeah.
And obviously we kind of rose through the flames early 2000s.
But if,
and now started to wake up. You see the kids there now.
Yeah. They all support Donny now.
Yeah. Well, not all of them, but we're getting there.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Someone's got to support Donny.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed at Lincoln, isn't it? Might be the same at Donny. You get a lot of the time people, they say they support like Man United and Liverpool, but they go and watch like Donny or Lincoln or something.
Yeah,
obviously they go to football matches because it's local.
Yeah, and it's the nearest thing to getting
it. A lot of Lincoln kids wearing like Man United shirts to the games.
Yeah, I've seen that a few times.
I've seen that a few times. I've seen a man wear a Sunderland shirt at a Wembley match. That was pretty interesting.
I think that's about it now, isn't it?
Yeah. Exactly.
I think we've covered everything, haven't we?
We've had a good chat about football in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Support your local teams.
Support your family or local team, that's what I say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, your family.
Support football.
Yeah. You basically, most people who have gone to a football game when they're young will support what their dad supports, won't they? Really. And yeah, if you've ever had...
We used to go to football at Bellevue when we were quid a kid instead of going ice skating at Doncaster Dome.
Yeah.
And that's all we used to do. And I just never looked back. Now it's 20 for a game and skin. But
yeah. Are you happy with your home and away kits? I can see him in the background, hanging there.
Yeah, the last season's the home one. I like this year's home one.
Yeah.
Away one. It's like a throwback to years ago. Before I was born. Gold and blue.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Yeah. Nice. Well,
I did just done a League One kit review. I seen Red Imps one.
Yeah.
So I might do one.
Yep.
Quite fun.
What have you not done it yet?
Standout kit. I think I'm going to do it tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah.
See, not many standout kits in League One, really.
Anyway.
A lot of red and white.
Yeah. Well, it's cool that we both have red and white, don't we? But apart from we don't have hoops, but you do.
Stripes and hoops.
Yeah, stripes and hoops. Which do you think's better, stripes or hoops? Dan.
I'm gonna go with hoops.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go with stripes.
Of course.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching the League and the City podcast video. Go and give Dan a subscribe. He's got some good content, and go and help his channel. He's a lovely lad, and of course his channel will be link in the description, so make sure you go and subscribe to that lad, and also go and subscribe to It's Red Imp. He's a legend as well. Thanks for being on the podcast, mate. We've enjoyed having you on.
Thanks for having me on, boys.
Yeah.
Have a good season.
Yeah. Good luck in the season. Hopefully we don't get liquidated by the end of it. And cheers to being in the most interesting league in football history.
Yes. That's it. Cheers for that.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. See ya. Have a good day. Bye. Bye.
Good luck, mate. Bye.
Thank you for watching.